On sunny days, children splashed in its shallow waters. Fishermen brought home shiny fish, and colorful birds dipped their beaks for a drink. The river was the heart of the town. But things began to change. Little by little, people started throwing plastic bags, bottles, and food wrappers into the water. They thought, "It's just one bag, it won't hurt." But soon, the water turned cloudy. Piles of waste floated near the shore, and a strange smell spread through the air. The fish vanished, and even the birds stopped visiting. One Saturday morning, Max, a cheerful boy with bright eyes, and his friend Chang, who loved nature and drawing, went to the river to play. They were shocked to see a turtle struggling in the water, trapped inside a plastic bag. "Oh no, it's stuck!" shouted Chang. Max waded into the shallow water, carefully tore the bag, and freed the turtle. It swam away quickly, but the two friends felt heavy in their hearts. "This is bad," Max said quietly. "If we keep throwing plastic like this, the river will die." Chang nodded. "We need to do something. We can't just stand here." That evening, they went to their teacher, Mrs. Rose, who was watering plants outside her home. She listened to them and smiled gently. "You're right, but remember, change starts with us. We need to reduce, reuse, recycle, and teach others why it matters. Let's make it a community effort." The very next morning, Max, Chang, and their classmates gathered at the riverbank. They wore gloves, carried large sacks, and began picking up every bit of plastic and waste they could find. Bottles stuck in the mud, candy wrappers floating near the reeds, and broken toys half buried in the sand. Curious villagers stopped to watch. "Why are you working so hard in this heat?" one man asked. Max smiled. "Because this river belongs to all of us." Inspired, more people joined in. Fishermen, shopkeepers, and even the town's mayor. By afternoon, the riverbank looked clean for the first time in years. But the children didn't stop there. They painted colorful posters saying "Plastic harms life, use it wisely," placed bins around the town, and started weekly cleanup days. Weeks turned into months. The townspeople learned to avoid single-use plastics, to throw waste in bins, and to reuse what they could. Slowly, the water cleared. Fish returned, birds came back to drink, and children played by the river once again. One evening, as the sun painted the water golden, Max and Chang stood by the bank, watching the ripples. "We did it," Max said softly. Chang smiled. "We all did it. Together." And from then on, Riverton became known as the town where everyone cared for their environment, because they understood that civic sense, teamwork,